Hi guys, Rupert Jenrick isn't a very honest individual. We all know that. So when he looks at data that's publicly available and makes a prediction, well, it's just coming to the same conclusion that the experts are. And there's no brilliant insight or master prediction abilities at work. The UK economy is expected to grow very little next year. The OBR at one end predicts a rise of 1.7% in GDP, while Goldman Sachs sees it at just 1.2%. Jenrick predicts a recession and then claims that any new jobs created will be overseas, which is extremely disingenuous. Have a listen to this.
I'm not normally one to make New Year's predictions, but I'll take a punt on one this time. 2025 may be the year of the Reeves session. Why? Well, the UK economy is already on life support. The monitor is beeping and it's flashing red. And to make matters worse, we have an inadequate newbie at the helm at the Treasury. Rachel Reeves has wrecked the economy. Growth is gone. Inflation is up. Interest rates remain stubbornly high. She's taxed and she's borrowed and everyone is paying the price for it. And what about all of those jobs? Well, she still believes in green jobs, but just on the other side of the world. That's where the solar panels and the electric vehicles are going to get made. Tell that to the people here who are working in automotive or in oil and gas. It's almost as if the Labour government's policies are designed to make working people's lives unlivable. Read about it in my column in the Daily Telegraph.
No, F your column in the Tory graph. Now, when I said he's been disingenuous, what I'm talking about here, of course, is these green jobs. Because who drove manufacturing into the ground? Who decided we're not going to be a manufacturing economy, we're going to be a service economy? Well, it was the Tories. We go back to the time of Margaret Thatcher. She made a political decision. We're not going to invest in manufacturing. We're going to move away from that and we're going to become a service-based economy. So when we talk about creating jobs, there will be jobs created. But what Jenrick's suggesting, well, these jobs will be created elsewhere, is extremely disingenuous because manufacturing has been run into the ground by the Conservatives. Now, the other point, of course, about the economy, it's going to be very difficult to grow the economy because of Tory policies over the last 14 years, lack of investment, Brexit, austerity, terrible economic policies. So all of these have fed into an economy that's on its knees. And it's going to take a long time to undo the damage of 14 years. Huge amounts of money need to be invested in public services. Now, I think it's overambitious for Rachel Reeves to put all of her hope into growing the economy and then funding public services. I think that was a mistake. I also think it was a mistake to release a budget saying that we're not going to increase any more taxes. She painted herself into a corner there, and there was no need to actually go down that road. She could have been just honest and said, look, this is the budget for the foreseeable future. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the future. But the reason the situation is so bad at the moment is because of the Conservatives. And will they take responsibility for that? No. And what they're going to do is they're going to sit on the sidelines and say you're doing it wrong. They trashed the economy. They trashed public services. They put up barriers to trade, barriers to investment. And now they're turning around and saying, oh, look, everything's a disaster. The public need to vote us back into power. If we were in charge, everything would be great. It's going to take time to fix this damage. I don't know if the public are willing to extend their hope and their patience to the Labour government. The new government need to do something. They need to show that they're improving people's lives. Because if they don't, I can guarantee you that the public's memory of the Conservative Party and the Conservative administrations will be extremely short, and they'll be voting these people back into power. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.